Ugh, that is such an unrealistic body standard.
Look at that, half naked for everybody to gawk at. She should really cover up.
On display for male validation. That girl's got some internalized misogyny. Ugh, I hate men.
Wow, she's beautiful.
Talk about toxic.
She's not dressed like that for you.
She's doing it for herself.
This is why I hate men.
What is good, spectacular people? This is SFC Spectacular, your NCYC for all things entertaining on this channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please do consider hitting that subscribe button, as about 80% of my viewers are not subscribed. Let's try to change that. And if you are returning, welcome back. Always great to have you. Say hi down in the comments or something. Don't be a stranger. Anyway, moving on. We are covering today Misandry. And the movie that was playing, or the trailer that's playing in the background, is a movie that is called The Misandrist. And hey man, women often wish they could be the ones with the physical attributes to dominate and all that stuff, because let's be honest, penis envy is a bitch. They want to be you so bad, and you can see that in the traits of all these women every day. The masculine energy they project, the masculine traits they take on, how big and strong they become. A vague topic to me at first. I knew of it as another word, but I came across this admittedly in another video from a girl, of all places, on TikTok. And she seemed well versed in the topic of misandry. Now, I did not know that it had a name, but I do know that a lot of women hate men for no good reason. But what is misandry, you might ask yourself? Now, so listen up, buckle up, young men, because this is it. Let's put that up on screen. Misandry is the dislike of, contempt for, or ingrained prejudice against men, i.e. the male sex. If you are the LBXQ2YZ transgender community, hey look, I can't help you. I only deal with males and females here. I wish you the best of luck, but let's move right along. Young men, you need to know about this term for many reasons, and we'll go over that later, but many women will claim this isn't them. Listen to how they talk about men though. The proof is in the pudding. And you can hear these examples many places across what they are calling the manosphere, right? There's a black manosphere and the global manosphere and whoever else manosphere, I don't know. Red pill, whatever you want to call it. This talk is catching on very fast. I used to talk about all of this stuff way back in the day on my Facebook and Instagram, but I gave it up because didn't nobody want to hear it. Moving right on though. Why do you need to know about this term? Well, it is ingrained in some women and surprisingly some men. Many people have daddy issues. The lack of a father can lead to this condition, and I see it all the time. Most women get very angry. Now, I think this is different from feminism and all that stuff in a way. Feminists claim they want equal rights for women, equal to men, but misandry is kind of the opposite and the dirty little brother of, or sister of, misogyny, right? So many women claim this isn't them, but when you listen to them talk, they'll say it all the time. You hear it on Kevin Samuel's show, you hear it on the Fresh and Fit podcast, Roommates, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Take your pick of all these shows out here, man. You'll hear it all the time, all right? There are numerous men's rights activists and other masculinist groups criticizing modern laws concerning divorce, domestic violence, and rape culture as examples of institutional misandry. And what I will say on that is this. For the longest time, for what I've seen back in the past, yes, men were abusing women. They were physically abusing, mentally abusing, ignoring them, all that good stuff. So feminism sprouted up. And it was supposed to be a counterbalance to what was already going on. What we've seen, or what I see, is that it's gone too far. Feminism has gone into the territory of misandry, right? Where they hate men. Everything is a man's fault. And institutional misandry, as you can see, rape culture, Me Too, not my fault, believe everything a woman says, all those things contribute to this condition. Anthony Sennett, I hope I'm saying that right, Scottish author and professor at Concordia University in Montreal, argues that there is a tendency in literature to represent men as villains and women as victims. He argues that there is a market for anti-male novels with no corresponding anti-female market. Now, I will be fair once again, to be fair here. I agree that there is, for a long time, a perpetuated market to show men as the villains, but that was only because men dominated most of the movie roles. And that's not to say women didn't have roles, but most leading roles were men, right? Or are men, changing these times, these days. But counterbalance again, they overshoot it these days. What we talked about previously with all this Me Too movement and modern feminism and modern women, they're counterbalancing too much to where only the villains are men now. And you have these hero women that are the greatest thing since sliced bread. I talked about this in another video. Mostly white women have taken over all the roles as a flawless heroine, despite any shortcomings she may or may not have. They can do no wrong. See Batwoman the first season and the second season. See Supergirl. See all these shows. This is a display of misandry as they use their time in the spotlight as payback for all the years of perceived oppression at the hands of dirty, dirty men. Icky, icky poo, right? You can view misandry as the official tool of feminism. At least I do. One way to combat both misandry and misogyny is to develop children in a healthy two-parent home. Mother and father. I don't know about anything else, all right? This will give the children a respect for both sexes by seeing both parents interact with each other in a normal, healthy light. Hopefully, that would be the goal. And basically, young men, you got to watch out for all these women that they've been generationally trained to be misogynists.
We are the FLA.
On principle, we are against violence. But
when violent actions are directed towards us, as they have been continuously throughout history, we are left with no choice but to respond with counter-violence. Let the revolution begin.
And remember, girls, the closest way to a man's heart is through his chest.
All of this stuff is all according to this misandry, man. It's all goes hand in hand, all right? Well, I hope I gave you guys some good information, and this video was very, very fun and pleasing for me to do. And like I said before, I learned a lot myself by watching that TikTok and discovering the topic of misandry. All right, guys. Hey, look here. If you've got any comments on the topic, leave them down in the comment section below. Tell me if you run into the misandrous women, or you just know of any women that fit this bill. And heck, if you're a woman, tell me if you're a woman, tell me if you know of any other women that are like this. All right. Please ensure that you like, subscribe, and do all that great stuff. But most of all, share this video with a friend if you like what I'm doing here. Wait, I have more planned. I've got over 300 videos on this channel. Go check them out. Go check some out. All right, guys. I am going to get out of here. But as usual, if you can't be good, be good at it. I'm out here. Peace.